Hello everyone. Let's begin with something fun and familiar. Have you ever tried rolling your tongue into a tube? Some of you can do it effortlessly, while others just can't, no matter how hard they try. This simple party trick is more than just fun, it's a fascinating example of how genetics works in humans. The ability to roll your tongue is a trait, something passed down from your parents through genes. So, let's explore how such tiny units of inheritance shape the characteristics we see in our families every single day. Now, to study how traits like tongue rolling are inherited, scientists often use something called a pedigree chart. Look at this diagram. Squares represent males and circles represent females. Hollow symbols mean that the person can roll their tongue, while filled symbols mean they cannot. In the example here, both parents are rollers. Out of their 3 children, 2 can roll, but 1 cannot. Notice how even though both parents roll their tongues, the trait for non-rolling still appeared in the next generation. This chart gives us a window into how traits pass silently through genes across families. Let's step a little deeper. Behind every trait is a genotype, the genetic makeup. For tongue rolling, the trait is controlled by 2 forms of a gene or alleles. The dominant allele is represented as capital R, which allows tongue rolling. The recessive allele is small r, which prevents rolling. A person with RR or RR can roll their tongue, while only RR results in a non-roller. So, when we see someone rolling their tongue, we are actually observing the outward expression of their hidden genetic code. Isn't it amazing how something so tiny in your DNA can decide whether you win that tongue-rolling challenge among your friends? Let's come back to our family chart. If both parents are rollers, what could be their genetic makeup? They might both be heterozygous, meaning RR. In this case, their children could inherit 3 possible genotypes, RR, RR, and RR. That means a 75% chance of rollers and a 25% chance of non-rollers. In the chart we saw, 2 children rolled their tongues, but 1 did not. This matches perfectly with genetic predictions. The conclusion is clear, both parents must have been heterozygous, silently carrying the recessive even though they themselves could roll their tongues. To visualize this more clearly, let's use a Punnett square, a simple yet powerful genetic tool. Here, we cross the alleles of 2 heterozygous parents, RR times RR. The 4 possible combinations are RR, 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 and RR. 3 of these give rollers, and 1 gives a non-roller. That's a classic 3:1 ratio, just as Gregor Mendel described in his experiments with pea plants. This diagram makes inheritance not just numbers on paper but something you can actually see unfolding right in front of your eyes. Tongue rolling is just one example of dominant and recessive traits in humans. Dominant traits show up even if just one allele is present, while recessive traits only appear when both alleles are recessive. Let's take a few examples. Eye color: brown is dominant, while blue is recessive. Handedness: right-handed is dominant, left-handed is recessive. Even whether your earlobes are free or attached is determined the same way. These simple observations in our own families show us the hidden power of genes and how they shape who we are. So, let's connect all we've learned today. Tongue rolling is a genetic trait controlled by dominant and recessive alleles, and our pedigree charts reveal how traits move through families, while Punnett squares help us predict genetic outcomes. Parents may silently carry hidden alleles, which can suddenly appear in their children. This principle of dominance and recessiveness explains why certain traits seem to skip a generation. Isn't it fascinating that such a simple habit, rolling your tongue, can reveal so much about the basic laws of heredity? Remember, Every visible trait you observe in yourself and others is a story written in genes, passed down through generations. Biology truly is the science of life, revealing wonders even in the smallest everyday observations. Until next time, keep observing, keep wondering, and keep discovering the marvels of genetics all around you.